Hey, welcome to the reboot of the Stanton Startup. I figured with 318 coming around the corner, what better time to do a rags to riches type story? And so I have this fictitious company, the Terran Transport, and we're going to kind of follow this guy's life and see what happens when we start off with our 5,000 UEC and just a brand new cutter. The end goal I think we're going to be doing with this one is to hopefully end up with a C2 and a bustling, hauling, profitable company. Like normal rags to riches things, we start off low, get to high, but here's the twist I want to add to this one. I'm going to be adding future state features that I hope will eventually be added into the verse. Here's some ideas I've got kicking around for this one. We're going to be adding a weekly or monthly salary to our guys somewhere in the ballpark. I'm thinking of 5 to 10K per week or month. I'm going to add a weekly insurance because, hey, if you got a company, you got to insure the product in the back of your truck, right? So I'm going to do an insurance charge and then loan repayment. So even though I do have a cutter pledged, I'm going to take the cost of what a cutter would be in UEC and take out a loan with a 1% daily compounding interest to that. And along with some startup capital. So let's hypothetically say we're going to borrow $1 million. And so take 1% of that, compounded, whatever we haven't paid off, compounded daily. Of course, got to always do your refueling and restock and repair cost of your ship. I'm going to add something I think that they should really add in is docking and launching fees per outpost. So smaller ships, smaller outpost, it'll cost less to dock there, whether you're buying or selling. And then when you land in some place like Lorville, of course, it's going to cost more. And I'm going to tailor this around the size of the ship. So here's an example. The cutter weighs 70,000 kilograms as opposed to the C2, which weighs, I won't go into the fine details, but basically 3.1 million kilograms. So how do we do that and base a number off that for the charge? We're going to be doing it off the metric ton. So basically just land a C2 in Lorville, it's going to cost like 3,139 thousand UEC to land there just for the ship alone. Plus, if I find anything else I think I need to add into it, if we blow up, it's going to be part of insurance. If we get pirated, all that sort of stuff is going to play into it. And I honestly have no clue how this is going to turn out. I don't know if we're going to make money, lose money. I don't know if he's going to end up homeless or a tycoon. But that's the joy of the Stanton Startup is we're going to see a rags to riches story and how it ever goes. So here's a little snippet of or breakdown of what I think is going to happen if I was to fly a fully loaded C2 into Lorville with titanium. And yes, I did do the math on how much titanium weighs because to go into titanium for 1 cubic meter, so an SCU is 1 cubic meter technically. So 1 cubic meter of titanium weighs 4,540 kilograms. So of course a C2 has 696 SCU. So you times that by the 4,540 and you get the ballpark of 3,159 metric tons, right? So that's how much a C2 weighs. So if I was to land a fully loaded C2 into Lorville, the standard landing fee of a C2 will be 3,139 empty. The additional fee, and I in my mind, I'm thinking that this is going to be the cost of unloading and loading the cargo, how much that's going to cost you. So due to the weight of the titanium, 3,159 is going to be an additional fee. And yes, I will do the math and stuff on the other gold, the greasium, all the other crazy stuff. Refuel cost usually for a C2 is about 2K, repairs 1K. So really just to land and without doing anything else, selling it, it's going to cost you in the ballpark of 9K, right? Take your loan repayment of a C2 at 1%. I'm going to need to make at least 49,255 daily just to pay the interest on my loan. And then we kind of have the salary of 10K a week, right? So in a day of flying, I'll need to make close to 60K just to break even. So that's with the C2. So I'm hoping this works. I hope it's fun. The plan is to do a rundown of the current ledger at the end of each episode. to see if we're on our track to being tycoon or homeless. And again, I honestly have no clue how it's going to turn out, but I think it's going to be fun starting off with a wipe and doing a rags to riches. So regardless of what my wallet says in the F1 mobiGlas menu, I'm going to be tracking in a separate spreadsheet on this rags to riches stuff. If you have any suggestions on making this funnier, more comical, or any features you would like to see in a future state that you want to maybe apply here, I'll add it in, throw it in, and see how it goes. But I can't wait to see 318 drop and do this reboot of the Stanton Startup. Plus, I really like how I did the intro. It's one of my favorites, and I just want to reuse that intro video a couple of times. So thank you again. Can't wait to add the Stanton Startup to the new lineup of ArcCorp Media Company channels. See you soon in 318.